Yeah, he doesn't even, get us, man.
We're talking about you.
Okay, let's move on from
What
it.
do you think is happening right now?
Guys, it doesn't matter. It's
good.
Okay? We'll sort this out later.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best sitcom moments that were totally off the cuff and totally hilarious.
Sweet and sour chicken! Girls!
Number 20, Robin Williams and Billy Crystal's cameo, Friends.
Tim, I have a feeling my wife is sleeping with her gynecologist.
Friends did not have a shortage of notable guest appearances, but Billy Crystal and Robin Williams' seemingly random cameo has an interesting backstory. In the scene they're in, Williams plays a man who discovers his wife is cheating, and Crystal's character reveals that he's the one she's cheating with. The original script did not include their characters at all, and they only joined production because they were on a nearby set.
What happened?
This is something, why is this happening to me? I don't know, maybe it's my wound.
Forget it.
It's not healed yet.
It's oozing.
They completely ad-libbed their entire conversation, and when Matt LeBlanc as Joey interjects with a question, that was ad-libbed as well. It's a hilarious and iconic moment on the sitcom, and it truly shows how amazing these two actors are at improv.
We are finished. Nada, no more. You are a bastard for doing that. Come on. Get away from me. Come back.
Number 19, Chuckles Bites the Dust, The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Chuckles the clown is dead. It was a freak accident. He went to the parade dressed as Peter Peanut. And a rogue elephant tried to shell him.
Even though this episode is about death, it's full of hilarity. Chuckles is a clown that works at the same television station as Mary, and when he dies in a hilarious fashion, Mary doesn't give in to the humor of the situation.
Peter Peanut. Mr. Fee Fi Fo. Billy Banana. And my particular favorite, Aunt Yoo-Hoo.
That is, until the funeral, when it all hits her at once, and she starts laughing uncontrollably, and we can't help but chuckle right alongside her. This was not scripted, as Mary Tyler Moore really couldn't control her giggles at this moment. But it was definitely a chance to show off her iconic comedic talent and her ability to maintain a darkly humorous vibe while making light of sad situations.
You feel like laughing, don't you? Don't try to hold it back. Go ahead, laugh out loud.
Number 18, Network Connectivity Problems, Parks and Recreation.
Ron Swanson's office? Yes, I will transfer you.
This sitcom has more than its fair share of improvised moments, and this may not be the last time you see it on this list. But one of the funniest has to be this line spoken by Chris Pratt's character, Andy Dwyer. During flu season in Pawnee, Leslie gets horribly sick, but in true Leslie fashion, refuses to leave work.
I feel 1,000% better. Good as new. Does this scarf look okay? I don't want to look stuffy, but I also don't want to look too schlubby.
While she's suffering in her office, Andy looks up her symptoms on the internet to try and figure out what's wrong with her, and says that according to his search, she has technical issues. This was an ad-libbed line by Pratt, and not only is it hilarious, it encapsulates Andy's naivety and his kind and caring nature, and it is absolutely perfect.
Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the thing up here, and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
Number 17, Sweet Baby Jesus, Abbott Elementary.
Oh my God, there's hundreds of these. This is horrible.
This can't be what's happening here, though, right? I mean, our kids respect us too much.
Someone could really get hurt here.
Barbara's one-liners have become iconic on this show, and it turns out that the actress playing her, Cheryl Lee Ralph, takes inspiration from her life to come up with them. In this episode, the teachers are worried because students are desking, which means jumping from desk to desk without touching the floor. Barbara is unbothered in the beginning, but when it starts happening in her classroom, she speaks her mind about it.
Squeal, and you can dip that like camera on.
She storms into the teacher's lounge proclaiming, "A sweet baby Jesus and the grown one too," and needless to say, we can't get enough of it. This is a phrase that Ralph uses in her own life, and it suits this situation perfectly.
Sweet baby Jesus and the grown one too. My desks have been desked. They got you.
Oh, this is bad.
Number 16, The Carlton Dance, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It's not unusual to be loved by
are a lot of things that the show will forever be known for. Its theme song, the devastating scene with Will's father, and Will Smith's unbridled humor, to name a few. But the Carlton Dance will always be legendary.
But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry.
The script only read Carlton Dances, and Alfonso Ribeiro took it from there to create this dance we all know and love, usually with a soundtrack of It's Not Unusual by Tom Jones playing. Deriving inspiration from Courtney Cox in the Dancing in the Dark music video mashed together with Eddie Murphy's White Man Dance, Ribeiro tried to make the dance as cheesy as possible. And it goes without saying that he succeeded.
If you should have thought you loved by anyone, it's not unusual.
Number 15. Will Wheaton's Star Trek costume, The Big Bang Theory.
What is everyone booing at?
Hey guys, what's up?
The pop culture references, specifically those surrounding Star Wars versus Star Trek, are plentiful in this sitcom. In season 9, recurring guest star Will Wheaton took it upon himself to show off where he stands in the rivalry.
Will, want to go to Star Wars Thursday?
Absolutely.
Fine. Take Will, see if he brings you clam chowder.
During a screening of the new Star Wars film, Leonard, Howard, and Raj end up going with Will Wheaton, who shows up in a less than ideal costume. His iconic Trekkie getup gets booed, but this improvised decision of Wheaton's was a secret from most of the cast and crew, and had them and us in hysterics at the cleverness and sass.
I was on Star Trek, just rooting for the home team.
Star Trek stinks!
Yeah, live long and suck it.
Number 14. Gotta fix that step. Modern Family.
See, that didn't take too long. Thank you, girls. Now go and have a good time, all right?
Bye.
This bit became a running gag throughout the series, but it started in season 2 when Ty Burrell as Phil Dunphy actually trips on the stairs.
You girls get back here right now!
Oh my God, you don't hear it.
I know you can
Oh my
hear
God,
it.
hear it.
While running to stop Alex and Haley from leaving the house after they said they cleaned the bathroom but didn't, the wood on top of one of the stairs comes off, causing him to fall and then clumsily try to fix it. He mutters this soon-to-be well-known line before carrying on with the scene, and the whole thing is a testament to Burrell's acting skills. He plays the situation off so well with humor and a flustered chaos that fits perfectly with his character.
Wheat and sour chicken! Girls!
Number 13. Eagle. Scrubs.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know it's blocking the stairs, but people can walk around, right?
When shows take place in settings that can sometimes be solemn, it's important to have some comic relief to lighten the mood. Scrubs masters that balance beautifully, injecting humor with characters like the janitor, who also has many improv moments throughout the series. But it's one of Turk and JD's many bromance moments, when JD hops on Turk's back exclaiming, "Eagle! Eagle!"
Are these two doctors?
I'm afraid so.
that we can't believe was never in the script. It's something that Zach Braff thought up with the help of recurring guest star Brendan Fraser, and it became a staple gag of the show.
Dude, follow my voice!
I'm coming!
There's another hospital down about 3 miles that way.
Number 12. Moira's pronunciation of Bebe, Schitt's Creek. With her dramatic personal style, her endless collection of wigs, and her unique brand of family devotion, Moira Rose is a larger-than-life personality. One of her particular quirks is her unconventional way of expressing herself.
Sadly, I won't be able to squire you for today's wedding venue peregrination.
This includes an accent that co-star and series co-creator Eugene Levy described as, quote, vaguely European, which opened the door for one of her most memorable expressions.
Does Bebe enjoy the theater?
The term has become so iconic that it's easy to forget it didn't first appear until season 4. According to actress Catherine O'Hara, Bebe slipped out as a mispronunciation. Once she got a big reaction from the crew, though, she knew she had to keep it.
My babies.
No, your kids aren't here.
My girls.
What girls?
My girls.
Oh.
Lorna, second from the left.
Okay.
If she takes on smoke, she'll never recover.
Number 11. The iconic grape stomping scene. I Love Lucy.
Io voglio che tu lavori nel tino e tu, Rosa, vai nella vigna.
Ma perché?
Perché? Guarda che bei piedi, sono larghe come una pizza!
Lucy is prone to find herself in some sticky situations, and this scene is no exception. When she's in Rome, she wants to audition for a film that she thinks is about making wine. So she learns how to do this herself by stomping grapes.
I'd like to know a little bit about the wine industry, how they make the wine, how they pick the grapes, and how they press the juice out with their feet. Are there any grape vineyards around here?
The scene is immediately funny, with Lucy dancing around the Italian woman making light of the work. But things take an even more comedic turn when Lucy tries to take a break and ends up in a wrestling match with the woman. Lucille Ball revealed that due to the language barrier and the fact that Lucy accidentally fell and hit her, the fight escalated quickly and got more intense and hilarious than they could have anticipated. Number 10. He doesn't even get us, man. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
So Frank is the brains and you're just the looks now? And I'm still the wild card, so that's good.
No, guys, we're forsaking the group dynamic, okay? And truthfully, Charlie, come on. I mean, nobody wants a wild card, okay? It doesn't make any sense.
How hilarious is Charlie Day? In this episode, we see that the Patty's gang is up to another one of their schemes, which causes Mac and Dennis to explain to Charlie that they don't need him to be a wild card. As they continue explaining their reasoning, Charlie says,
Yeah, he doesn't even get us, man.
We're talking about you. Okay, let's move on from it.
What do you think is happening right now?
Guys, it doesn't matter. It's
good.
Okay? You know, we'll sort this out later.
He's clearly zoned out and not paying attention to them, prompting the boys to remind Charlie that they're actually talking about him. Charlie slayed his castmates with this line in the original take, and they ended up featuring it in the episode. While we're left wondering how this original conversation was supposed to go, we can't imagine it being any funnier than this.
Charlie, having somebody making wild decisions that make no sense, that benefits nobody.
Oh, yes. Right, yes.
Number 9. The Feny Call, Boy Meets World. Eric Matthews has never hesitated to take his many problems to his teacher and neighbor George Feny. The original script only called for Eric to shout Feeney's name.
How could you not be here? Mr. Feny? Mr. Feny!
Actor Will Friedle couldn't just leave it at that, though. Friedle has talked about being given a lot of room to play around and improvise on the set of Boy Meets World. With that freedom, he apparently took a lot of pleasure in exploring the many ways to deliver what would be known as the Feny Call.
Feny! 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 Ooh, that was a new one.
Eventually, what started out as a simple directive would become one of the most memorable running gags of the entire series, and gradually evolve from a single line to practically a monologue in its own right.
Feny? Feny! Ow! Hey, what? What? Hey! Ow!
Number 8. The Tea Set, Veep. Given the world-class comedic talent of this cast, it's not surprising that they were encouraged to improvise in front of the camera. During the episode's Special Relationships set in London, actors Tony Hale and Matt Walsh got a more unexpected opportunity to show off their abilities to think on their feet.
Mike, you're in charge.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, Mike. Oh my God.
I got it. I got this.
While filming a scene, Hale backed into a table and actually knocked over the tea set on top of it. Rather than call cut, the two actors ran with the accident.
This is like the Queen's China.
They're gonna let us back in England again.
Oh my God.
I need to research everything Ray Wheelan's ever wrote.
Doesn't matter,
It does matter!
Even more hilarious than watching them scramble is seeing their efforts to hide the damage.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a napkin to at least cover it.
Oh my God. Behind the curtain. Put it behind the curtain.
Knowing that their attempts to keep Selena from noticing or happening in the moment just makes the scene that much more fun to revisit. Number 7. Schmidts' Perfect Girl, New Girl. This series kept us hooked with the friendships between its characters, and especially with the bromance between Nick and Schmidt, even if Nick wasn't always the easiest person to get close to.
Sheesh.
Sitting pretty close to each other, don't you think?
No, sorry.
In the series finale, we see a flashback to their first night in the loft as they're looking forward to their futures.
All the cool stuff's gonna happen in this loft, huh?
You're telling me, man.
What do you think's gonna happen here in the next chunk of our lives?
Schmidt sweetly dreams of falling in love. When Nick encourages him to describe his dream girl, Schmidt has an answer ready to go. And it sounds a little familiar.
You know, like shows up, but like casual, you know what I mean? Like wearing a beanie and like a little hoodie, you know what I mean?
Like sort of like an orangish red hoodie.
While the conversation point was scripted, Schmidts' response was created on the spot by Max Greenfield. His playful ad-lib was the perfect note to reflect the dynamic between Nick and Schmidt. Beanies off for great instincts. Number 6, Hot Damn, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Though this show has given us some great cold opens, this is probably one of our favorites. When the fastidious Amy Santiago is late to work, the squad has fun coming up with ideas wild enough to explain how it could happen.
Ooh, she was taken in her sleep. That's what I'm talking about. Super dark, Boyle, but way more plausible than the Sarge's idiotic alarm clock theory.
As everyone offers their theories, even the stoic Captain Holt can't resist getting in on the game.
I'd say she's in line at the bank. This is fun.
When Amy rushes in, Jake is quick to tease her, but Holt is clearly much more invested in the competitive angle.
Santiago, you will tell us, and you will tell us now.
There's a problem at the bank.
Hot damn!
It's hard not to burst out laughing at this tiny crack in Holt's measured demeanor. Even better, the passionate outburst turned out to be an off-the-cuff addition by Andre Braugher. Number 5, Abed's Nicolas Cage presentation, Community. Abed Nadir is not someone to back away from a challenge, and clearly neither is actor Danny Pudi. When the character is presented with a question he's told has no answer, is Nicolas Cage a good or bad actor? Abed devotes himself to cracking the case. Though his presentation was planned for in the script, the performance that Danny Pudi delivers was created as cameras were rolling.
This is my reality. This is how I learned to be, and my being doesn't allow for Nicolas freaking Cage, okay? Oh, yeah!
Seemingly broken by his quest for answers, Abed's outburst is unhinged, slightly disturbing, and painfully hilarious.
I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
And we're just as impressed with the rest of the on-screen cast, who managed to keep straight, albeit stunned faces throughout the entire thing. By the time Abed makes his dramatic exit, there's only one thing that can sum up this scene.
That was brilliant.
Number 4, the Qtip line, Friends. With its talented cast and their commitment to their lovable roles, Friends had its share of unscripted moments over the years.
Okay, well listen, don't tell us what's gonna happen though, because I like to be surprised.
For fans of the series though, this is a heavy favorite. The scene starts out in classic Chandler fashion.
Anybody know a good tailor?
You need some clothes altered?
No, I'm just looking for a man to draw on me with chalk.
Joey's unhelpful response is also typical of the character, and apparently the original script for the episode directed Chandler to treat it that way. Instead, Matthew Perry had his own response to the situation.
Okay, you have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
We're not sure which is better, Perry's brilliantly snarky comment, or the physical gesture he added to punctuate it. Either way, this moment is held up as an example of Friends at its best. Number 3, Elaines Dance, Seinfeld.
Here's to those who wish us well, and those who don't can go to hell.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is no stranger to improvisation, and she shows off a lot of those skills in her role as Elaine Bennis. One of her most famous is her overly aggressive shove, which is inspired by something she does in real life, and it has caused some serious laughs throughout the series. But it's her little kick stance that we're focusing on here.
All right, who's dancing? Come on, who's dancing? You want me to get it started?
Dreyfus was not given any instruction on how to dance, and made this terrible boogie all her own. During production, they didn't even play music, and instead added it in post so she could be totally offbeat. And we think the final product is legendary. Number 2, The Filibuster, Parks and Recreation. Of all the brilliant celebrity guest spots on Parks and Rec, this has got to be one of the best ever. Patton Oswalt's Garth Blunden has an objection to Leslie's proposed amendment of the Pawnee Town Charter. In an effort to stave off the vote, Blunden does the only thing he can do. He filibusters with his own fantastically nerdy proposal.
Let the filibustering begin. I would now like to share some ideas I have for J.J. Abrams' 7th chapter in the Star Wars saga.
Oswalt improvised an entire 8-minute spiel about his ideas for an epic Disney-branded saga.
If he holds the reality gem, that means he can jump from different realities. This will be our link to the Marvel Universe from the Star Wars universe.
Unfortunately, most of his speech had to be cut for time purposes, but what's left still makes for one of the series' best scenes. Also, as it turns out, weirdly prophetic.
The gloved Mandalorian armor gauntlet of Boba Fett grabs onto the sand outside the Sarlacc pit, and the feared bounty hunter pulls himself from the maw of the sand beast.
Maybe somebody was listening. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Oscar and Michael's Kiss. The Office. No show has ever done cringe comedy as successfully as The Office. When Michael accidentally outs Oscar to the Dunder Mifflin team, his efforts to make up for his behavior go painfully awry. Things eventually culminate in a seminar that is downright disastrous.
I don't think I can work here any longer. This has been the worst, most backwards day of my life.
Of course, Oscar and Michael are able to reconcile, but Michael being, well, Michael, just has to take it to the next level.
I did it.
In real life, it was Steve Carell who suggested elevating the script's kiss on the cheek to the excruciatingly awkward kiss on the lips that we see on screen. The reactions of the other cast members are almost better than the act itself. In a show full of unforgettable moments, this stands out as comedic history.
I want you to watch this. And I want you to burn this into your brains.
No problem there, Michael. Which moment were you surprised to find out was not in the script? Let us know in the comments.
So, what do you say, Captain? Are we doing this?
What I say is...
9-9!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.